All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks to everybody who joined the live stream yesterday. If you didn't catch that, made $190 live on stream yesterday. So, best day there in a little bit of time, and followed it up today with at least P&L wise a decent day, but wasn't too happy with how I traded overall. So, 3 trades today in the video. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Let's go, let's trade.
Hey guys, are you tired of using the same old stock market scanner and getting the same old results? Add some intensity to your trading with the Intensity Stock Watch Scanner. The intensity indicator is the only predictive price action indicator that alerts before significant reversals, allowing trade management with unprecedented timing and accuracy. Now with this exclusive link and code GDTISW, you can get 20 to 30% off every month on your subscription. It's time to finally get the results you've been looking for and intensify your trading with the Intensity Stock Watch Scanner.
All right, so first trade of the day was here on DWAC, and this one was an okay trade, but there was some issues with this one as well. It was hard to borrow, so I had to pay for some locates here. And I decided to start it at 20, which honestly, looking back, was a bit early on this one. Just one, knowing what DWAC can do, and two, that's just a little bit of like a 30-cent breakout over the recent high there. So should have been waiting for a nice push through 20, really, which it gives here, and then it would have been a much better and easier trade for me along the way. But as it is now, I'm in 100 shares short here on DWAC at 20, and we'll wait and have to see what it does. So it does pop up through 2050 there, kind of working on that 50-cent range or so here on this one. So it gets up there and I get a short add in at 2056. Now looking for a pop through 21 to get the final add here of the 200 shares. So here it goes up through 21 and I go ahead and get the add in there at 2122. So this is where starting a bit early there kind of hurt me here as it goes up into the halt here at 2149. And this is the other part of the trade that obviously I don't enjoy. Don't enjoy getting into the halt because, well, it's still a valid trade, but it's just much more nerve-wracking, and it could be one of the ones that opens up higher from where it halts there at 2150. So you never know. But on this one, the imbalance started coming down. So a lot of times on these, you have to be on the lookout for a small little pop on the reopen for people thinking it's going to continue higher, and then it gives the drop. So that was kind of my thought here, but I also wanted to be cautious with it in case it wanted to keep running. So if it came back and gave me an opportunity, I was going to reduce my share size here just under my average. So as it's coming down under here, I put it out at 300 shares out at 2070. I get 115 fill there initially, did not get the full fill right away, but still just leaving that order out there, just trying to reduce this one down basically, and we'll see what it does. So it does come down and get me the fill with the rest of that 300 there. So now I've got 100 shares left, and we'll just see if we can ride these down a little bit and try and at least make a little bit of money with these last 100 shares. Like I said, this first 300 cover is not really a take profit winning trade cover here for me. It was more of a just get this thing a little bit more under control. Didn't play it perfectly. Reduced my risks down on this one a little bit as it came down towards my average. So now I'm going to be looking for 50 shares here if it can get under 2050 here on DWAC. So I'm just going to sit and wait and see if we can get under 2050 for the next 50 shares. But the problem here is if you look at my cursor, it's just over top of the buy button. It's just over top of the buy button. So what we're going to see here is that it comes down and it's going to give a nice flush down through 2050. And I didn't click it at first because I was not on it. So it then pops back up over 2050, then comes down, gets me the fill at 2050. So who knows if I would have gotten a better fill there had I had my finger actually on the trigger. But either way, we're out those 50 shares, and now I'm going to look for the remainder 50 shares down under 2020 on a move down towards 20 if I can get that. So we'll see if it can get there. It's coming down pretty quickly. Can it get under 2020 here? And there it is, and I take the full thing off. So plus 55 there, but really some mistakes along the way on that trade, which is kind of the theme of the day here, really. So just going to kind of try and move on from that one. This one was really not the worst trade, not the best trade, just could have done some things obviously better here overall on DWAC. So Next trade was here on KR. They were in some acquisition news with ACI or merger news, one of the two. So ACI had actually just halted previously to KR making this move. So I'm watching KR as it pushes up here towards 48. It's making a nice big move here. It's through 48. I go ahead and click the button and get filled there at 48.20. Now, this thing starts moving immediately back down really strong in my direction, and here's where I make the mistake on KR is I should have just been taking half there, but I took the full thing because it made such a big move back down in my direction so quickly, but then it made an even huger move down. So that was kind of the mistake here on KR. I should have just been taking half and trying to let the other half ride. Still happy to get a 62-cent move there in, geez, what was that, 8 seconds. And so an 8-second trade there, got a 62-cent move on KR, but really should have been taking half there and then trying to let that other 50 go, and KR really died off from here after this initial surge. But then we're going to move over to ACI, which was the other one in conjunction with this news, which was the one that had halted earlier. And so I'm watching it here as it gets up through 28. I'm going to go ahead and take 100 shares short here at 28.22. And this is honestly my least favorite trade of the day because of a couple of reasons. One, this thing has now moved 3 points in 2 minutes, basically. If you separate the halt out and combine these candles together, it's now moved 3 points in 2 minutes on what was a $25 stock. And so that is a really, really good move. I should be looking for a much bigger pullback here, but for whatever reason, maybe it was just because I knew I wasn't trading well and I'd kind of been messing around a bit today. Just wasn't in the zone really. So for whatever reason, I'm watching it here as it comes and pushes down towards 28, and I was expecting a nice big flush here down under 28 once it made it, but it kind of makes a weak flush here. So in my head, I was like, that's a weak flush. Maybe it's just going to pop up and go. So I ended up taking the whole thing off here, when that's a 29-cent move back in my direction, when a 29-cent move out of a 3-point pop is not nearly what I should be looking for there. And you can see it even from there come down another 30 cents almost immediately. So it could have easily been partialing this one out there and then waiting for the further drop, which it did make. So overall, I'm up $146 on the day. I guess I can't really complain about that overall, but definitely wasn't in the zone trading today. Didn't trade my best today, so I guess I should be happy with taking that $146 and moving on. So 190 yesterday, 146 today. Hopefully we can end it with a banger tomorrow on Friday. Appreciate you guys being here. If you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe. It's absolutely free for you. It means a whole lot to me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.